What's up, my pilots? Angry Poncho here. Welcome to Her Trees Puzzle Dream. This is just a cozy little puzzle game that I've seen clips of on TikTok, so I figured I'd give it a try. It was like $3, I think. Okay. Oh, we're going to Alice in Wonderland mode. Down the rabbit hole. Okay. Yeah, alright. It's a pieces puzzle. Oh, okay. Is that an eye up there or just a mark? I think it's just a mark. Oh, it's telling me HDA answer. Okay. So the puzzles tell me like a combination to put in. And then... Oh, okay. And in we go. Ooh, this room reminds me of another game. More letters in here. Okay, so it's got like layers. So if we go behind it, we can see it. I assume we just gotta line it up down there. Yeah, A-E-D-H. A satisfying little sound. Okay. Cool. Alright. Level 0. Oh, I see. Each branch is like a level. Alright. Hello. Oh. Okay, this is interesting. So we have a little move around puzzle. Let's see if I can make a pattern that makes sense here. Yeah. So... another fruit. Okay, so now that's done. Oh, there's a little tree there now. Are these all... No? Oh, I broke it, and a leaf fell out. Oh, alright. Another... Oh, whoa, look at that. You cover the right spots, it looks like there's like a fixed shape back there. Oh, that's really cool. Doesn't have to be too precise, it looks like, either. Yeah, look at that. It gives the illusion of fixing it. That's neat. Oh yeah, look at all of these little guys. Oh, okay. HBDA? Yeah. This is exactly the type of satisfying clips I was seeing, so I'm glad that I wasn't debated. Oh, there's a cat in there! Hey, little guy. Oh, he's purring. Let me just pet him a little bit. We got a book. Oh, this is interesting. Are we supposed to match the dots with something? The start and end of the letters, maybe? Like the lines in the letters? Oh yeah, look at that. It's like constellations. B, C, I, G. Nice. So that's... Oh yeah, now it's a little plant too. Oh, shook some leaves. Oh, okay. We just have... Oh, wow. Whoa, look at that. Okay. It's numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How satisfying. Very satisfying. Oh, the whole branch is done. Kitty! Oh my god. Bye, kitty. We're going further down the rabbit hole. Oh, this is fucking creepy, dude. It's like Inception levels of puzzle land. Yes, hello, kitty. Should I go to the right first? Let's look at the door. Oh, this. This is this. It's the same thing. So I assume once we have all of these done, this will open. Let's follow the cat. Interesting. Do we need some help from Kitty? He's just purring up there. Okay, I think I'm missing the pieces for this. Let's go the other way. Is that a lemon? What the hell? Oh, level 1. It is a lemon. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. So it connects the letters, the tips together just like that. Except this one doesn't connect. See, those two connect, those connect, those connect, but this one doesn't. I don't see any letters here. If I put it on that one, that's not making letters either. Not seeing any letters in any of these places. So far they've all been reasonable. Maybe I need to adjust it a little bit. Because see, this is the only one where these two ends don't match. Yeah, and there's no letters there. I feel like I should be able to scoot them around or something and make that work. Okay, let's come back to that. This is interesting. A little bit of tape. We can get dots or a letter on it. Is it? Oh, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, isn't it? We'll cover one letter, and it'll tell us what order. Yeah. So there's D is 1. That looks like a B is 3, and this must be the A is 2. Yeah. So D A B. Nice. What about you? Mr. Bush? Hello. Oh, this looks like a negative space puzzle to me. Let's see here. They kind of match on some ones, but not others. Anything to do with these leaves? Okay. Because I'm not seeing the letters here. The branches look like they're too straight to actually make letters. So it must be the leaves overlapping. I'm thinking maybe it is what I first thought, and it's like a negative space puzzle. Like if you put it in the right place. Like this could be an E, right? You see that? But, I mean, adding this doesn't really make it look more like an E. This is like a suspicious corner here. So it's like, do I... Put the leaves over the other leaves, maybe? It kind of looks like some of these would match up pretty nicely. Let me just try more places here. So that doesn't work. So yeah, see, some of these, they kind of... Like, look at that. Is that an I? That could be a letter I, right? Okay, so I think it's each pair of leaves is gonna, like, uncover something for us. Yeah, look at... That could be an H, or maybe that. Oh! Well, there it is. H-I-F-A. So it is kind of a negative space puzzle, but it wasn't with the background, it was with the black and white. Keys. I got little faces. Can I line up the holes? That's my first thought. I don't really see any letters there. This kind of looks like an F. Maybe we're meant to... Kind of looks like an I. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I, left, up, right. Easy. So satisfying, though. Okay, bop, bop, bop. Maybe... Do I need more bits to fall down here? Okay, I must just be missing it. can't, right-clicking doesn't do anything. Hey, also my cursor turns into a cat's paw. Am I also a cat? I think I may also be a cat. Yeah, look at that. It matches on the bottom part, but then the top doesn't. But still, I don't feel like there's letters coming out here. Oh! I saw this and was like, that's kind of like an E if you did that, and then the other three lined up immediately, and it's like, oh, okay. Interesting that it's the one bit where it doesn't line up with the top and bottom. So I guess we take that as a note, you know, if kitty. Big lemon. Oh shit. Okay. Oh. I got a ladder. An inventory too, I guess. Oh, this looks fun. Oh, I see. It's like a perspective thing, right? If we just cover, yeah. See, there's like an A there. Then there's a 4 down here, maybe. So it's like they become clearer when you only see a certain part of it. So maybe this is like A4. It's weird that it's sideways. None of them have been. Let me think for a second. Yeah, none of the letters have been sideways so far. So I don't think that's part of it. Can I find... Let me just kind of scan up and down here and see if I see any letters or numbers. Well, I'm not seeing it here. Other than this maybe being a 4, and that maybe being a sideways A. We do have 2 leaves, so I think it's pretty clear we're meant to... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Look at that. We cover up the right spots, and the bits we can see imply larger letters. Very nice. Yeah, so far nothing has been more than a little bit diagonal. No upside down or sideways letters. Whoa, look at this thing. It's like a maze. All right. Well, what am I doing with this? I could cover up some letters. Do I see 2 that are like close together like that? No. Maybe no, none of those. So the white leaves cover up the letters, but the transparent berries we can see through. We also have a lot of 9 spots. The letters aren't that packed together, so I don't think we could cover that many. Maybe from the end of these I get 1 letter? No. It's interesting because these don't seem like they're even from the same plant, right? Okay, well there's 3 letters. This doesn't feel like it's a solution though, because they don't quite line up, do they? Okay, well let's just look around, because I feel like this is one of those where it might just jump out at us once we get near it. Try different placements. Yeah, see, that fits pretty nicely. Let's try it. ICA. Yeah. It's just finding that nice arrangement. I don't... Oh! The leaves fit in the empty spaces. That's how I know that's the right one. Okay. I just assumed because the letters perfectly fit in the circles, but no, clearly that was what we were supposed to see. Okay, so I gotta pay attention to the outlines of things too. Alright. Little puzzle. Oh, what the helly? Oh, look at this. What is going on here? Numbers, arrows, dice. Okay, well I can put the guys on the right dice. These have 1, 2, and 3 tips on the top. But I don't know what we're meant to take from that. I don't know. G, it's like I could kind of go anywhere. It made this light up at the same time. What? I have a... Oh goodness. Okay, I can move the paper, and I can move the letters, or the numbers rather. And then this part doesn't move at all. Okay, because this feels like I have to make a connected path or something. Why would the paper be movable? What does that do? Just makes the numbers easier to see, maybe? I feel like this is a question of getting them all to fit in here in a way that makes sense. Because some of these... What, do I need to hide the dark spots? I could do that basically anywhere, though. Oh, no, look at that. So if I do line up this darker line with the border, that makes an F. Okay, so let's try another corner. C, yeah, okay, that makes a D. All right. So this has two dark lines, but that doesn't make a letter. This does. Let's try... This could just be a C anywhere, couldn't it? Like any of these could have this as a C. So that, I don't think I can put that one in yet. I don't have... Ah, okay, there we go. That's an A. Oh, this makes a B for sure. Look at that. So that's a C, E. 6 is just a G by itself, right? So to make an E, we do this. Okay, so I think what's going to happen is the numbers will tell us what order to push the letters in, and we need to make the letters in order. So I can make an I like that, yeah. Okay, so the 1 is down here. That's a 5. Which one was the 2? 4, 3, 9. It's a 7 there. This one was the 2, right? So D. B is 3. Where's the 4? It's part of the A. The 5 is part of the H. G is already a 6. 7 makes F. Now, this was an 8. Yeah. It's kind of a square 8, but still. And then C is the 9. Nice. So we didn't have to put the... Oh! Yeah, okay. So once they're in the right place, the paper makes it easier to read. Okay. Cool. Alright, so we just have this bit. I mean... I could put these on the 1s. I could put it on the 1 pip. That seems to make the most sense. Are any of the letters repeated? Yeah, there's a B here and a B there. There's 2 A's, 2 H's. So it's not just like I have to fill a whole path in or something. Because I can only press each letter once and then they disappear. I mean, if I start from here, like there's an arrow that goes to a B. But then see these both have an arrow that goes to a B. And that's a 3 up there. Okay, so there's only one number 1, one number 2, and one number 3. There's also the dot pips. And then a whole bunch of arrows. See, if I start from 1, I don't know, just making these overlap do anything? I don't really think so. No, not really. So if I start from the 1, oh look, 1 is now over an A. See, the 2 doesn't reach anything like that. Maybe that's just a coincidence. See, because with these, it's like, what would line up with 3 dots like this? Oh, the 3 dots on the board would line up with it. There we go. Okay. Okay, so EFD. So the arrows are just a total red herring. It's actually lining up just... It's the same pattern as usual. This is not a maze puzzle. This is a matching the outlines puzzle. Okay. Noted. Alright, lemon complete. And now I can't do anything with this, huh? I guess not. Well, I have the ladder now. Can I... Yes, thank you. I can put it... Yeah. FHI. Okay, so there's some puzzles like in the room too. Now I can go up here. Hello. Nothing to do here, I guess, just a picture. Maybe it's a reference for how to solve that puzzle. Oh! Is this a mirror? Am I a weird little girl with a tree in her head? Feels like glass. I like the tactile bit. Oh! Level 2! Well, we went the right way, I guess. Little cat keys. Cute little cat keys. Okay. Ah, here we go. I saw that one cat's looking up and one's looking down, so I put the one looking up underneath the one looking down. CHIF. Nice. Chiff. Oh, we got mushrooms. Oh, this is interesting. Alright, I see 2 dots over here. And I bet these 2 holes line up with those. So there's an H there, right? I don't know what that would be. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Yeah, CFHCFI. Neat. See, now that I'm looking for things that overlap and the patterns that match, I'm finding the solutions a lot quicker. Okay, this one I have to admit I saw online. This was the puzzle that made me say, I want to play this game. That looks really cool. But you can line up all the shapes and things, but if you put it right... Yeah, right there. You kind of get this optical illusion of a path. Right? Because it's not actually a different color there. It's just happens to line up. Neat, huh? Hopefully there's more like that I can discover on my own as we go through. Oh, little triangles. Well, this is interesting. Clearly I can cover up some letters. But, oh, look at that. If I line it up like this, the star down there gets partially drawn. And then it looks like this one goes like this. CID. Finding bits that line up. Pretty simple in terms of puzzles, but very, very satisfying to do. Okay, so these have little spots where they go. So that makes me want to try putting them next to each other like this. You see, they kind of connect, but not really. Now the question is, what sort of like angle am I supposed to be looking at this from? Well, there's an F. I just accidentally made an F up here. That might not be part of the solution. I can make another F. The F is easy to make, it seems. These two. Okay, so that looks like these two might line up to make an F? Yeah. Okay. So then who's next? Somebody's got to stick way over in order to meet him. Yeah, that one does. An arrow. Okay. I probably want to put the tall one. Oh, look, the heights all line up. Okay, so we could have got there a little quicker if we noticed that one, huh? Yeah, so F, left, down, right. This sort of visual symmetry is what we should be starting with rather than trying to find the letters. We should try and find the method instead. Oh, I got a picture of a cat in a house. Okay. This is interesting. So what matches over here? I can kind of match some of these. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. They interlace so nicely. And so I think it's just D, G, C. Beautiful. So there's 2 more puzzles in this room. Oh, it's probably these. Yeah. Ah, another one of these puzzles. Well, we already did this. Will there be some kind of twist? Yeah, look, this leaf doesn't fit on any of the letters. Right, it doesn't quite fit on the A. These 2 leaves don't really fit with anything, I don't think. Okay. So maybe... Okay, I see a dice of 3 up here. I don't know what... That doesn't seem to cover and reveal anything. No? Okay, maybe that's a red herring. I see some more 2s. Alright, well let's see. What matches up visually? There's curves on these letters that could fit underneath one of these. Like a C, maybe. I can't rotate these. Can't quite fit the letters into any of these little nooks and crannies. Is it a negative space thing? Are they meant to... The dots can kind of be held in this corner, but this one's not going to do that because it only has sharp corners. Interesting. See, because if I don't have something to line up, then I don't know... Oh, look at that. It's the tips. They line up with dots. Okay. Well, let's try and see some more then. I see the next one. It's here. Where would this one be? Here? Yeah, nice. That was a good one. It made us think about it a little differently. So it was the tips that lined up with the dots, not any of the actual shapes. So we also have like we have the thing where things intertwine, the things where they perfectly overlap, and then the things where it's a constellation. And oh, hello. Just accidentally did this one really quick, I think. Right? Yeah, look at that. That branch is done. Nice. So this room's done. And we have the picture of the cat. Can I put this in? Yeah. Hello. CDF. Put the next. Yeah. Okay. Still can't do anything with my creepy reflection. Apparently we're playing this game as the girl from The Ring, so... Wait. Hang on now. I just saw... bits on the floor. No, not a puzzle. Not a puzzle. Can't do much with this yet, can I? It's probably the last puzzle, if I had to guess. Hey, look! This room is now changed. So those two things were connected. Level 3. I love it. Some of the puzzles start by things just falling out. Oh, look at this. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a make letters type thing. Oh, what a nightmare. Oh, no. Well, I see some shading here, which makes me think that, you know, something will end up down there. Maybe something goes in like this. That kind of fits, doesn't it? Okay. And then there's a straight line over here. So, like, I could only... There's only so many places that these could go. You know, like, what am I... Oh, this one feels like it's got a lot of variables. I have 3 of these same shapes. And then one that's kind of like an upside down J, and one that's kind of just a straight vertical line. Like, where else am I gonna... What am I doing here? The pins also make white dots that something could line up to. But I don't see these lining up with that very, very cleanly. Like, that's not making a letter. I don't have very much in the way of vertical connections here. Alright, let me pull all my pieces back. I kind of see an H here, right? Because I see a vertical line, and I see this fitting here. This kind of feels like part of the outline of a swoopy H. This has to be an F, right? Because it has a central bar there. I guess it could also be an I, maybe? But it has this line over here on the left, which makes me think F. And this has to be a C. I don't see the letters. Wrong. Our first incorrect solution. You see, so that kind of fits together. This kind of fit. No, I don't want a hint. Stop it. These kind of fit, but then so does this one. That fits better, I think. And then these can kind of kiss. It seems like something. Maybe I have to use... Yeah, I don't have very many pieces. So maybe I have to use all of them to get each one. And the way... Let me back up and come back in. And the way that we started, you see that they're touching. These two fit into each other, and these kind of touch tips. So I suspect that that's the same sort of connection that we're meant to use here. Right? So like these two could hook together, or it could go like that. Like these fit really nicely. And this does not quite... I mean, it could fit underneath. That's how it was down there. I can't rotate these. Like, all I can do with these is make a squiggly line. That doesn't seem right. I mean, this is definitely making an H, right? The problem is I don't have any more vertical lines to do this left side with. So, like, what am I gonna... How am I supposed to see that it's an H? And it also feels like these kind of fit like that. But that's not a letter. Let's see where else things go together. Okay, these could kiss like that. This could go like that, or it could go up here. What if I do both of those? They don't really play nice like that, do they? Well, this one's a puzzle. I wonder if it's really obvious to you guys. Because I feel like with some of these, it might be one of those things where like you just see it, you know? Okay, we got a door. Let's do some other puzzles in this room. Maybe it'll give us a hint on how we could figure the other one out. Alright, we have 2 overlapping shapes. Okay, now this one feels like a pretty straightforward find where they're supposed to line up. Make something cool happen. Okay, so if I line up, some of the windows are the same size, right? Kind of. These kind of match. I think it might be a coincidence that these are the same size. Because like lining these two up doesn't seem to reveal anything. Is it a negative space thing where we have to connect them? Because I mean, I see this here and I think, okay, that's part of an A, right? I see this sticking up and I think, oh, that's like half of an H. So like, where's the other half of the H? Ah, there it is. So it was lining up these light parts. Look at, oh, it just you don't see it at all, and then suddenly it's there. Okay. UHF maybe. Said that was AHF. Okay, so now I know from previous times that we probably want the little buds of these, well, that's definitely wrong, to come together in some kind of reasonable way at the end. Like, are these all the same height? Oh, maybe they all can go to literally the same place. That would be kind of cool. Don't think that's it, though. Look at all these little sperms. They're so cute. Okay, let me start with the ones that lean so far to the side they must be on the left. Like this has got to be the leftmost one, right? Like how else could we fit everything? Okay, and then this one can kind of wander around the others. So which ones can I line up? Like if I put these 3 so that the buds all line up, I don't see any letters coming out of that. Nor do I see letters really coming out of this. Okay. I can definitely see something coming together over here. Maybe it's more about some of the buds kind of connect to each other, but some of them don't. Let's just put it all down and see what it looks like, huh? Then we can try changing things. So like, what if I make this the leftmost one? Yeah, I definitely see the potential for letters to pop up here if we get the order of these right. This just feels wrong, having one stick way out like that, but we have 3 that go left and 2 that go right. So if I put the leftmost ones over here, like the best I can do is fit them both in like that. So I feel like the overlaps should be meaningful. not just appearing to just randomly cross things. That's my thought. Yep, there it is. But this... See, that looks like DCA. Do I need to switch? Yeah, look at this. Yeah, so they do end up in this kind of nice pattern. I don't know if I could have seen that any sooner, because I was kind of right on everything needs to stay in here. We're not going to have one sticking way off to the side, you know? This room's definitely a little tougher than the previous ones. Well, we've done this already. Interesting. So it immediately goes off to the side, so we got to start at least partway over there. Now look at this. Something tricky is happening. Because I have one branch that goes to the right. This one also goes essentially to the right because it goes off the right side like that. So I can either connect it up like that or up like this. But with this one coming down and then going straight again, and it looks like because of the way it's built, it has to go to the right. There's no option to go down here. So the only thing that works is this, and that doesn't work. So one of our assumptions is wrong, and I think it's probably going to be that these two fit together like that. It may be that they actually sit in a different way, and we have to like do something like this. Let's see here. So we have this. Like, this is a huge blank space. That really kind of looks like... Yeah, look at this. See? We use these two to make a space in the middle. Very, very cool. I like that building it the way you would think first leads very quickly to a contradiction, so you know it's something outside the box. Hi, kitties! Oh, look at them. They all have tails and stuff. We're supposed to try and give them feet. Line them all up so they have lots of feet. Or we meant to match the tail shapes. Yeah, look at this. Tail shape. This one doesn't have a match. Maybe not then. They also have eyeballs, but they're not transparent, so they're not going to be overlapping each other. Do the cats kind of... Yeah, they kind of look like they fit together almost. Some of these angles are the same. Maybe that's a coincidence for just for those two. Because that's not quite right. That looks like it's about dead on, though. Maybe this guy or this guy fits right here. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks pretty good. And then let me move all three of these up. Now see, does that look intentional? Or is that just a coincidence? That doesn't really look intentional. Right, and then the question is, this could go anywhere along here. And that doesn't feel like a good solution. It feels like we're just finding things that happen to look the same. Let's interact with these shapes instead. I can only think of fitting the cats to them by matching the tails or something. Maybe like this. Where would this one go? See, he doesn't have a tail tip that he can connect to, and neither does this one. Interesting. So that one can kind of, I guess they can kind of be, the tails could be a little crooked, you know? Maybe they are like little hook tails, like they're thinking about something. The other thought is Maybe this is making a path. But I feel like the cats have got to indicate the letters once they're in the right spot, right? So it must be, yeah, okay. That's where we want to go. We want to make numbers over here. See, look, because I put this cat under the A, and immediately the 4 jumps out. Okay, so it's going to be kind of a tricky overlap type thing. There's a 2. Can I make a 3 here? Yeah, for a B, and then look at that 1. Okay. I, C, B, A. This is definitely a trickier room. Holy moly, look at this. What in the world is going on here? Alright, so is it trying to find a spot where they fit? Yeah, look at that. Those 2 fit together. And then this one is not going to fit unless we cheat and put it in between. Maybe they all need to be put in between. Look at this. Oh, yeah. That would be it. And then look. They just touch the tips of some of the letters. But that would be so easy to just go along the bottom. But I guess you wouldn't think to do that if you didn't see this. How satisfying is that, though? Perfect grid arrangement. Okay, this looks cool. Okay, I think I know where we're headed with this. See the shape that matches here? I bet it matches like that. So let's just do that, huh? Put you here, you here, you here. And oh, look at this. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. That one would have been impossible to find if we didn't match up the shapes up here. Because if I was trying to put these in like the center of each dot, that would not have worked. Or the dots in the center of the squares, I mean. Okay, this one definitely feels like line up the shapes, right? Right, because some of this kind of... Now look at this, yeah, look at the flowers in the background. Look at this. D, right down. Very nice. Okay, that's everything for this room except for the one that we got stuck on at the beginning. Okay. Am I meant to keep these parts touching each other like this? Or was starting... They would be one piece if they were meant to stick together like that. I think this is just showing me the different ways they can connect. They can kind of crescent into each other like this, or they can touch tips like a marker that's wider one direction than the other. I still feel like this immediately jumps out, you know, or like this, same thing. And there hasn't been a puzzle yet where we had to move stuff back and forth to find the solution. So I think there must be a way to see all 3 letters that we need all at once. Like we won't have to build a letter in the middle and then build a letter on the right, and you know, and so on. See, with this, I don't see any good way to connect after that. With this one, it can go under here. But that kind of goes out off the bottom of the letter, doesn't it? Is it lower than that? Maybe by a little bit. That could just be how I have them sitting, frankly. Right, so I see an H in the middle. I don't know what these 2 letters on the outside are going to be. I'm not going to take a hint. I'm going to think about it for a bit, and I'll just edit out the part where I stare at it for 5 minutes without saying anything. Okay, I'm starting to see it, I think. Because this, I'm seeing an implied F here. So if I kind of trace along with my mouse cursor, there's like a line. There's almost like a white. This area here is a white piece of the foreground, and the black is like the shadow that it's casting, right? So then this is also a piece of foreground here. So it's probably more like that. Yeah, do you see the F now? That, I think that's what we're looking for here. Because I also think, yeah, look at that. That's an E, right? So now, is this an I in the middle or an H? I'm trying to see something like this, maybe. This doesn't quite work. Like it doesn't, I'm not, the outline should go like this, but it doesn't quite, I can't quite do that with these. Maybe like that? Yeah, there we go. Look at this. So, I don't know how close I want it. Probably like there. Yeah, now I hope it's screaming with how obvious. Like I hope that the empty space is apparent to y'all. I can't really make it any better from there. Nice. That was a tricky one. I had to really kind of look at it in the third dimension. And this room is done. Cool. And did we get Kitty? There he goes. Okay. So I think now we have a door. Do we bring our door? No. I think we take this to the mirror. Meow. It's a portal. It's fucking creepy. Look at that, though. Ooh, that's spooky. I like it. That's everything in the overworld, too. So this should be the last room before we go into the big door in the middle. Level 4. Ooh, look at this. Alright, we have a start and an end. Okay. So I wonder if this is meant to all be contained kind of in a square over here. This sort of implies a boundary, doesn't it? Right, and I could just put them all down, you know, somewhere where we keep that. So that's a bottom left part, right? Yeah. Kind of like that. I don't think this is gonna be the solution, but I feel like something along these lines, but with it actually connecting up correctly. So something to note, we have 1, 2, 3 spots that want to connect to the right like this. So I think that means like one of these has got to connect to the other one of these, right? The other question is, how do we connect these two bits over here together, right? Because nothing's going on the end of this without overlapping. So maybe that one has to go down? I don't have anything that goes down. Interesting. So you see, if I do something, I can just sort of string these together, right? But I don't think that's where we're headed. See, because this can't really connect to anywhere over here without everything overlapping. All of these have a thing that's 2 units long, so nothing fits in here except for this, but that goes off the screen, so that can't be right. So I think it must be that a lot of things overlap over here. But then why would we have a start and a finish bit? So, you know, that's weird. All the other times we've had a circle and a triangle on the end like this, it's like a path with an arrow. I wonder if the direction of the leaves is a hint. Yeah, because look at this. Well, no, I guess it can't be, because both this circle and the leaves just kind of grow up for the most part, right? Except for this piece where they go around downwards. I don't know what letters would be popping out of this either. Maybe it's just a path around a 3x3 grid that tells us like where we should be looking for things. Because I don't see... You know, I could make a million different little patterns like this that look like Tetris boards. But I don't know how I'm supposed to know which one is right. Because are they allowed to overlap like this? Is that what we want? Am I trying to make it symmetrical? Like if I was trying to create this path over here, like as a reflection, I don't think I can do that. Maybe it's sort of like only the bud and the arrow stick out, but that can't be right because this sticks out just as far as that. All right, let's think about it a little differently. If it's not a path, because I don't see how it could be, with everything overlapping, it's just going to have a million different ways to go. If it's not a path, then maybe these indicators are meant to tell us something else. Is it part of a letter? Like, is that arrow kind of like the hole in an A, maybe? This could be part of a C. Like, kind of like that in the white space. Maybe. Let me back out and we'll come back to that one. See what the rest of this room has to offer, huh? Okay. We have overlapping flowers with different shaped buds and swirls. Do any of these buds match or flowers match up? Not really. I could stick them in the ground, but that doesn't seem right. Just kind of nothing overlaps nicely there. So there must be a way to indicate the correct letters, and I think it's these little arches, like the one over the D. It's like we have to cover up all but a few of the letters. The question is, how do we know when things are fitting into each other correctly? See, now I'm looking for bits that look like they could connect to each other, like a spiral here and a little, like a big spoon and a little spoon, you know? It could also be kind of like a ladders type shape. See, I don't think those two, they just kind of coincidentally fit together, see? I see these two can touch tips. Maybe I just need to focus on making circles around letters. Interesting. There must be something on here that matches really cleanly and makes me say, oh, that definitely connects to that. So let's look for that. Maybe it's the buds and these little arches that I keep noticing. Like they kind of, does one of them nestle into the other? Doesn't really seem like it. They're all pointed on top and these are all curved. I could put a point into a corner like that. Kind of tuck it in the armpit. I don't know if that's right or not. Some of these point down, some of them point sideways. Could do it all across flowers, like connected like that. None of the others make flower shapes like that, though. Well, we have to get them all, I'm assuming, pretty well stacked up over here because we need to cover up a bunch of letters with these. I don't want a hint, thank you. I'm just going to kind of move stuff around and see if anything jumps out at me. We can almost make an A there. So maybe the letters in the background are a red herring. I kind of doubt it. But I suppose we did have that one with arrows that we didn't actually follow. Ah, yeah, perfect. There it is. That's definitely it. Okay, we'll come back to that one as well. Maybe I don't understand what I'm supposed to do in this room yet. Okay, this... Oh my god. This one definitely feels like just a classic make letters puzzle. Yeah. And then I want that there. Yeah, they kind of... Ah, god, it's like an optical illusion how you see that E, even though that's 3 different shades, or 2 different shades. Oh, there's little horsey guys in here. Oh, look at these little guys. Okay, so I feel like they must be friends, right? Oh, look at this. Look at this. That seems relevant. So then that covers up an H, I guess, behind there. Now, what would these other larger bits match up with? Interesting. That one always goes on top of the other 2. Do they, like, cover each other up like that, maybe? Kind of hide the... Oh, look at this. It's a... Okay, look at this. We do have to make it all just a black llama. CIFG. Oh, there was a piece of paper in that fish. You know, maybe I'm meant to be a little more observant, because this was a llama back here, and now there's like a bird here. Can I make a bird out of this? Maybe. There's cats with cubes here. Oh, okay. Well, this one speaks to me immediately. This is going to be some kind of cool overlapping solution, right? I don't think those X's are the right way to go, but it's an idea. I see a diagonal line of squares, and I have diagonal lines I can put on top of it. It's probably more likely that we need to be lining them up in a way that kind of outlines a shape. I don't know if these guys overlapping each other is going to do a whole lot, because there's a lot of noise in there. They're not perfect squares either. They're a little bit taller. I found immediately like this shape is something, but I don't know if we're gonna... Well, look at this. No, that's it. I just didn't see it before. That there's number pips in the back now. Tricksy, very tricksy. So we're combining a lot of things that we've learned already in the past. Oh, this is interesting. That's me. It's me fishing up there, see? I'm the girl from The Ring with a tree in my head. Okay. Show me the secret letters. Or perhaps some arrows. This definitely feels like one of those where I'm just going to be moving it around and then suddenly it'll go, oh, there it is. I see it. Whenever I see two shapes that kind of look like they could fit together, I scoot them towards each other. So I'm not just moving this around randomly. I'm trying to make things touch or overlap or connect. A lot of this kind of looks similar, you know, right? Like these little crescents over here match these little crescents. And, I don't know. This feels like one where they're going to be offset because I don't think just stacking two of these shapes on each other is actually going to do it. It feels like they're going to be offset and it's going to be kind of like connecting them diagonally or something is going to be the way. Maybe something needs to line up with the fishing hook. So there's little white dots in the back too. Do those line up? No, not really. I can line up some of them. Not many though. The waves don't quite line up. Let's see. There it is. I saw the dot in the bottom half of this and the dot in the top half of that and was like, hold on a second. Boom. Okay. You see the numbers there, yeah? Okay, well that one didn't really have a fish in the answer, but it was fishing themed. Oh! Well, that's cool. It's like a little nightlight. Alright. Ooh, well, this one's cool. I like this. A little constellation thing. Have one connect to the next, connect to the next. Now I have 3 pieces I can move. And there's 3 stars. Oh, but you know what? I bet you the stars are in kind of this grid pattern like we have over here. Let me try. Yeah, look at this. And there's even an arrow so we know where to stop. Okay. Boom. Very, very cool reveal on that. I like that one. Alright, so we got 3 left in here, 2 of which we've bounced off of already. Let's find the 3rd that we haven't. See you later, butterfly. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is definitely just a find the letters game, right? Now, what is going to have to overlap down here to make this sensible? I just have 2 pieces I can move. So I can fit in this gap here, I can put the white part or I can put the gray part in that gap. You know, or maybe this one. It could go here or here. The little kick out matching with that makes me think that these need to touch like that. I don't see. I mean, I see the H obviously, but I don't think that's exactly what's supposed to be happening here. I feel like we must need to look at the rest of it. Yeah, I see that line up. There could be, it could be one of those things where, because it's like 4 different shades of gray, the pattern doesn't really become apparent until it's in the right spot. And then all of a sudden we see it. See, because this looks like a nice thing. I kind of see like a C, a G, and then like an up arrow. Right? Do y'all see this G? here. Like the bottom of it's missing. I don't think... Nah, picking it up and making a whole line along the bottom doesn't really help, does it? These extra little dots down here at the bottom don't quite play nice. I can't imagine that these triangles are part of it. They just don't match up with anything. Like, not really getting anything from that. Let's try putting this one over here and this one over here. Don't know how we'll line these up. See, these don't... It's like off by a half, right? Both of these are off by a half, so maybe this one does have to go like here. Right, this would be the only place where like everything lines up. I don't think we're going to have to go off of the grid like this. It'll probably all fit in the frame. So I could also shift this one over by one like that. That's where I had it previously. This feels like the closest to actually seeing letters. Like, it kind of looks like there's a CGI here, right? Yeah, that was it. That one's not super clear. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, I had everything... So you do have... Oh, wow. Yeah, I was seeing, like, part of it because I've had the top and bottom cut off. Look at that. Okay, because it was kind of like I'm squinting through like a narrow frame here, and there's a CG and I poking out at me. But if I scoot these down, the top and bottom lines show up because of the overlapping grays. Well, that's cool. Well, got a little lucky on that one. Let's come back to this one. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to stare at this for a minute. There we go. Look at this. I saw this kind of makes an arc. This kind of makes an arc. When I put these together, the arc like connects. Yeah, look at this. Okay. So it's a matter of making all the outside flowers form a nice shape. Beautifully. That's very satisfying. The buds in the middle are total red flags. They don't overlap nicely at all. Alright, last one here for this room. And maybe for the game, depending on what's behind that big door in the middle. Question now is, what are we trying to see here? I mean, I can see with these shapes we could make like an E or an H, but they'd be huge. And I still feel like the idea of this being a path makes the most sense, but I don't see how to connect any of these bits to each other. Like, there's no way we're going around. Like, connecting just those two doesn't seem possible. So it's like maybe this one to that one, kind of like this piece goes like through like that, but maybe maybe there's a lot more overlapping than I think. And it will make one path when all is said and done. Because like, look at how nicely that one fits on top of the rest. You know, so maybe But I mean, if this made a path, I don't know how I would ever interpret this as what letters to click. This is the most sensible thing I've produced so far, but it's still kind of a mess. I can't imagine the location of the tape is actually important. It just feels like a good way of indicating that these pieces don't move. Well, there it is. So I did end up thinking that this shape... Let me solve it again, because I don't want to get lucky. This shape looks like a square here, right? And we know that we had these start and end that are paths. So if it's going to be in one of those bits of the square, like it has to be this one, right? And then this one fits right here. So we're kind of seeing a path and a grid appear. The way that these two fit together so nicely had me really thinking, but I think it actually goes here. Yeah, and then we kind of can squint and see the path goes like this. Boom. The tree is lit. Okay, let's go look at the big door. And here it is. Oh boy. Sure enough, it lines up. Now I wonder if we had to do... Did we have to solve all of them before this would open up for us? I don't actually know. Probably. A chair. Ooh, this is spooky. Well, hello, kitty. Thank you for guiding me here. Ah! Success. Cat is in the lap. We win. Is that actually how it ends? Yes! Oh, are we like inside a jar? Oh, that's not a tree, it's the base of the bulb. Well, that was really cool. Oh, and then this hill was... It's like Inception on Inception, man. She's on top of her own head. Well, that was a delightful little game. So satisfying. And some of the puzzles really gave that aha feeling when it goes together at the end, you know? Was there more? There is more. Is it the credits, maybe? What is this? Oh, is it just... It's just all the puzzles that we did already. It's like a puzzle select menu. No hint clear! 43 out of 43. Hehehe, victory. Sick. What is in here? One last puzzle? Game by Stone. Well done, Stone. Oh, the credits are all puzzles. That's cool. Playtesters. Music. Ethereal Cosmic Dreams sounds about right, actually. Special thanks to all my supporters and you. Don't think it makes anything else down here. Very cool. That's a good way of doing the credits. What's this? The menu? There's no new options here. Thank you for playing. Well, that was fun! And thank y'all for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day and a lovely Sunday afternoon. I'll see you later.